Hi, this is Dr. Wooten. This is me working on the Interactive Statistics Dictionary. I'm going to add a info byte, which basically is a diamond or a gem that's going to rotate and then you can click on and answer questions with. So what I need to do is re-download my gems because I was having an issue with them. Alright, let's see if I can get a hold of it now. So this scene is for data. So I've set up a data dome and some words around it. So let's go ahead and see if we can put a gem in the scene. Alright, so it's still very, very tiny. It might be below the plane. Let's make it even larger. Alright, so we can see the diamond there. Let's give it a material. We will make this one blue to go with everything else. And we will put a spin on it. I've already written the code to make it rotate. It should rotate like a coin, not like a sign. Alright, let's see what it does. Oh, it's kind of chaotic there. So we don't want it to flip as fast as the coin. I don't think we want it to, we may have to write a new code to make it tumble randomly. Alright, so, well, let's see what, oh, I know what I can do. Let's try this. We'll add the script to make it rotate like a sign. And then we will make it at an angle. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so what I want you to be able to do is when you mouse over it, it'll ask, do you want a question? Well, let's see. When you mouse over it, it'll ask a question. Let me see, I had this set up before. When you click on it, it'll ask a question. Okay. So we're going to add a new script to this. It will be called Ask a Question. Ask a question. Okay, I'm going to edit this. So to write on the GUI, you have to be able to access the GUI, so it has to be in its own little code line. And so what I'm going to need to do is create a dummy variable. So it'll be a private variable. It'll be a boolean. It'll be either true or false. And so we want to say ask question. Oh, actually, I always call these toggles, so this will be toggle question. So when you first start the game, we want the toggle to be false. We don't want it to show the question, but we want on mouse down it to do this. We want it to turn the toggle on. Actually, we want to make, because we want you to be able to turn it off as well. So whatever it is, make it the opposite. So whatever the toggle is, make it not that value. So not true is false, not false is true. And then what am I going to do? Oh. Then I want, oh yes, I do want a void function. It's going to be my GUI. Oh, on GUI. I want it to, if the toggle is on the GUI, put a button. And let's see, we want a new rectangle. Now I already have rectangles to the left for the menu and to the right for the example, so I'm going to put this one at the bottom. So I'm going to say we want it in the center, so that'll be the screen width. Screen width. No. Yeah, width. Over 2. And we want the screen height. Minus 100. Because I'm going to place it, it's going to be 100 wide and 50 deep, so it's going to have a gap between it and the and I want it to read you know what, I'm going to feed it in a string, so I want to be able to use this on multiple diamonds, so I'm going to say private, oh no, I want this to be a public string because I want to be able to feed into it, public string question. And I want to be able to feed it a few possible answers. These are all going to be multiple choice. For now, I may change it later, but let's see, we want another string, answer 1, and we're going to take 3. Oh, yeah, 3 answers. Actually, that's, yeah. I can actually, you know what, I want to make it a list so that we can indicate later what size we want it. Let's see, we want a list of strings. Alright, so now that we have our list of strings, we will, let's see, place string. Actually, this one we want to be the question, so let's at least get the question to be asked. And then, yes, we'll put our semicolon. Alright, so what it should do now is when I click on it, it should put this on the screen, so let's see what it does. Let's save it. So on my diamond now, it's going to ask me for a question. Do you work? The answer, I want to have 2 yes and no. So what I wanted to do is, I'm going to go back to my code. I wanted to, for an integer, I equal 0, less than the length of the list. So for list, I believe it's called count. So I still left it as answer01. Answer01 dot count I plus plus. Do this. So for each answer, we want to put a button. So we're going to say GUI button, a new rectangle. And actually, I want this one to be above the other one. So I'm going to go and steal this code from up here. And then I'll make this minus. Well, if I want that one to be above this one should be minus 50. No, this one should be minus 50. And here we will put answer sub I. Alright, so let's see what this does. Save it. And I don't think we need to add anything else to this, so let's play. When I click on this, it does nothing. Something is missing. But it's just a subscript. A game object is missing. Oh, it needs a collider. Because you can't click on it unless you can touch it. So we will put a mesh collider on it. It is convex. And we want to put it before it's rendered. Let's try that again. Ha ha ha, do you work? Oh, I put my buttons on top of each other. So what we need to do is the first button needs to go off from the second button. So minus 50 plus, so minus 50 if it's 0, we'll offset it by 50. And then I want it to plus 100 times I. Oh, 100. So let's save that. Now what I'll do eventually is add points structure to this. Right now I'm just trying to get the GUI to work. So if I click on it, do you work? Yes or no? And I can click on them and make them do whatever I need them to do. So that's just me adding an element. And what's nice about this element is I can add this gem to my assets. And now I can put it into any scene, and when I do that I can change the question and answer and how many answers are there. That's what I'm working on tonight. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video interesting, I'd love you to like it, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks!